A diagnostic test for the presence of a disease has two possible outcomes, one for the disease present and 0 for not present. Let X denote the disease state, 0 or 1, and let Y denote the outcome of the diagnostic test. The joint probability function of X and Y is given below. Calculate variance Y given X equals 1. So it's just a usual variance problem, but everything will be done at X equals 1 fixed. So you know that to get to variance by calculator, you need the possible values of Y and their probabilities. So here the only difference will be the possible values of Y given X equals 1 will be done and their corresponding probabilities. So we can clearly see that when X is 1, the values that Y can take are 0 or 1, 0 or 1. And we just need that information. So we need probability Y is 0 given X equals 1. And that will be Y equals 0 and X equals 1 divided by X equals 1. So Y0 and X1 is this one. So that's 0.050, 0.05. Divided by, we have to see when X equals 1. So X equals 1 here and X equals 1 here. So you add these two up, 0.05 and 0.125. That gives you probability X equals 1. And the result of this quotient is 0.286. And now we can similarly do probability Y equals 1 given X equals 1, but we can just do the complement of this one. So probability Y equals 1 given X equals 1 would be the complement of Y equals 0 given X equals 1, because these are the only two possible values, so they have to be complement of each other. Y can only take 0 or 1. So 1 minus 0.286 is 0.714, and then we can just tabulate and do it on calculator the way we've been doing. So let's see. So if you feed this in calculator, so let me stop this one. So you keep in mind that Y values were 0 and 1, and the probabilities were 0.286 and 0.714. So let's share the calculator. Okay, so we first clear the data. So enter, and then you hit data again and scroll down to the second one and clear that. So now we can enter the values, and the values were 0 and 1. So 0, scroll down, 1, scroll down, and then you enter the probabilities. They were 0.286 and 0.714. 0.714, scroll down to make sure it's registered, and now second stats. Oh, it's one variable stats, enter, data is in L1, frequencies or probabilities in L2, and calculate. So the standard deviation is 0.452, so 0.452 for standard deviation, and the variance will be the square of standard deviation. So square of 0.452 is 0.2, which is choice C.